In the world of modern mysteries and conspiracy theories, few figures are as detailed, persistent, and controversial as Andrew D. Basiago. His name has become synonymous with some of the most extraordinary claims of our time, and his story blurs the line between fact and fiction in ways that continue to spark debate. On paper, Basiago is a sharp attorney, logical, articulate, and grounded in fact. He's built a reputation as a professional who understands the law and presents himself with the poise and confidence you'd expect from someone in his field. His legal background lends an air of credibility to his public persona, making his later claims all the more intriguing. Yet Basiago claims his life has been anything but ordinary. According to him, his journey into the unknown began in childhood, when he was selected as one of a secret group of gifted children for a classified government program. He describes being thrust into a world of covert experiments and advanced technology at an age when most kids were just learning to ride bikes. His father, an engineer for the Parsons Company, allegedly worked closely with the CIA on these top-secret projects, adding a deeply personal dimension to Basiago's story. This connection, he says, is what first exposed him to the shadowy world of government secrets and experimental science. Basiago's narrative is a paradox. He's a respected professional who also claims to have walked on the surface of Mars, traveled through time, and even met historical figures like Abraham Lincoln. These extraordinary experiences, he insists, are not the stuff of science fiction, but memories from his own life. This contradiction is what draws people in, challenging our sense of what's possible and forcing us to question the boundaries of reality. Is he revealing hidden truths, or weaving an elaborate tale? Whether seen as a courageous whistleblower or a master storyteller, Basiago has become a central figure in the ongoing conversation about hidden technologies, secret government history, and the limits of human experience. His story continues to captivate, mystify, and divide audiences worldwide, leaving us to wonder, what if even a fraction of his claims are true? At the core of Basiago's saga is Project Pegasus, a top-secret DARPA program from the late 1960s and early 1970s. Its goal? To master teleportation and time travel for military and intelligence purposes. Basiago claims he was one of about 140 American children enlisted as chrononauts, sent on missions to witness history and report on the future. The program operated from secret facilities, with participants kept in the dark about the full scope. He insists the US government has hidden this technology for decades, depriving humanity of its benefits. If true, Project Pegasus suggests a hidden history where the boundaries of physics were shattered long ago. This forms the foundation for all of Basiago's extraordinary claims. Central to Project Pegasus are the devices Basiago claims enabled time travel and teleportation. The chronovisor was a temporal viewer, not a transporter, allegedly allowing users to witness any moment in history or the future. For physical travel, the jump room used radiant energy to open wormholes, sending travelers instantly to distant locations, even Mars. Plasma confinement chambers in New Mexico supposedly dematerialized and rematerialized people at remote sites. Basiago describes these technologies in technical detail, often referencing Nikola Tesla's lost papers as their origin. The story blends historical fact, scientific speculation, and fringe theory into a vision of hidden, world-changing technology. According to Basiago, these breakthroughs were locked away by the government. The result, a secret world where humanity mastered the impossible, then buried it. The heart of Basiago's testimony is his vivid accounts of missions as a child time traveler. He claims to have witnessed pivotal moments, like the Gettysburg Address, offering a historical photograph as proof. Basiago describes the sights, sounds, and emotions of these journeys, making his stories feel tangible. He also alleges missions to Ford's Theater and the signing of the Declaration of Independence, meeting historical figures face to face. These were intelligence-gathering operations, not sightseeing trips. Basiago says he also traveled to the future, witnessing events like a flooded Supreme Court in 2045, a warning about climate change. His stories serve as both evidence and cautionary tales, blurring the line between history and prophecy. Whether fact or fiction, they are delivered with unwavering conviction. For believers, they're a call to question everything we know about reality. Basiago's claims are anchored by alleged encounters with some of the most influential figures in American history: Abraham Lincoln, the Bushes, Bill Clinton, and even Barack Obama. He doesn't just mention these names in passing, he weaves them into the very fabric of his story, suggesting that his journey through time placed him at the crossroads of pivotal moments in powerful people. According to Basiago, he found himself at Gettysburg during the Civil War, disguised as a Union bugle boy. He describes mingling with the crowd, observing the chaos and emotion of the battlefield, and even interacting with those present. These vivid details make his account feel personal and tangible, as if he truly experienced history firsthand. Basiago asserts that Project Pegasus was not just a scientific experiment, but a covert operation deeply intertwined with the political landscape of the era. He claims the project's true purpose was to identify, monitor, and even groom future leaders, those who would one day shape the destiny of the United States. Among the most striking of his stories is his claim to have met a young Barack Obama, then known as Barry Soetoro, as a fellow participant in a secret CIA Mars program. Basiago describes training alongside other teenagers, all supposedly being prepared for missions that would take them far beyond Earth. These extraordinary assertions remain unverified, and those named in his accounts have either denied involvement or met the claims with silence. Yet, the secrecy and lack of official response only add to the intrigue, tying his story to the highest echelons of power and mystery. By linking his narrative to U.S. presidents and the corridors of power, Basiago elevates his tale from a personal anecdote to one of national significance, suggesting that the fate of the country itself may have been shaped by secret time travel experiments. The implication is profound. Time travel, in Basiago's telling, is not just the stuff of science fiction, but a hidden political tool, quietly influencing the selection and rise of American leadership across generations. By grounding his extraordinary claims in recognizable history and familiar faces, Basiago blurs the line between myth and reality, making his story resonate with those who long to believe in hidden truths behind the headlines. Whether these stories are fact or fiction, they force us to question what we know about history and make his narrative harder to dismiss outright. For Basiago, the secret of time travel is not just a personal adventure, it's a matter of national destiny, with implications that reach far beyond his own life and into the very heart of American identity. Basiago's story leaps from Earth to Mars, claiming he was part of a secret CIA program in the 1980s that maintained a U.S. base on the Red Planet. He describes teleporting to Mars via jump rooms, arriving at a Spartan outpost under a salmon-pink sky. Basiago claims to have encountered Martian life, strange creatures and hominids, some hostile. He says Barack Obama was among his fellow trainees, sent to Mars to prepare for interplanetary threats. The program's goal: defend Earth and acclimate young Americans to life on another world. These Martian tales connect Basiago's narrative to broader UFO and secret space program lore. There's no independent evidence, but his detailed, sincere delivery keeps followers engaged. For believers, Mars is proof of government secrecy and technological superiority. For skeptics, it's where the story crosses into pure science fiction. Either way, it's a critical part of Basiago's legend. Basiago didn't just tell stories, he ran for U.S. president, campaigning on a platform of radical disclosure. His goal forced the government to reveal its secrets about teleportation and time travel. He argued these quantum access technologies belong to humanity, not hidden elites. Basiago promised to declassify Project Pegasus and similar programs, claiming this would revolutionize society. His campaigns in 2016 and 2020 didn't gain mainstream traction, but they spread his message far and wide. He used interviews, forums, and social media to reach new audiences. For Basiago, running for office was a logical extension of his mission, to bring hidden truths into the light. Whether seen as a crusader or a quixotic outsider, his political bids cemented his status in the world of conspiracy and disclosure. His campaigns challenged the establishment and kept the conversation alive. Basiago's Project Pegasus story is woven into the larger fabric of American conspiracy lore. It echoes the Montauk Project, another alleged government experiment involving time travel, psychic children, and extraterrestrials. Figures like Preston Nichols and Al Bielek tell similar tales, reinforcing the sense of a vast hidden world. Basiago's claims about chronovisors and remote viewing parallel real CIA programs like Stargate, which explored psychic intelligence gathering. These connections create a shared universe of belief where each story supports the others. Basiago's detailed accounts act as narrative glue, binding together disparate threads of high strangeness. For believers, it's evidence of a government with godlike powers. For skeptics, it's a web of modern myth. Despite a lack of hard evidence, Basiago's story continues to fascinate. His claims, though extraordinary, have sparked countless debates and inspired a devoted following. People from all walks of life find themselves drawn in, unable to look away from the possibility that there might be more to reality than meets the eye. Why? It taps into our longing for mystery and wonder in a world that often feels mundane. The unexplained offers a sense of adventure, a break from routine, and a chance to imagine that the impossible could be real. We crave stories that challenge our understanding and invite us to dream bigger. Stories of time travel and secret Mars bases offer escape, and hope that the universe is more magical than we know. They let us step outside the boundaries of everyday life and explore worlds where anything is possible. These tales ignite our curiosity and remind us that there are still mysteries left to solve. Basiago's narrative also resonates with those distrustful of government secrecy, echoing real-life scandals and cover-ups. The idea that powerful forces might be hiding the truth from us is both thrilling and unsettling, fueling our desire to uncover what lies beneath the surface. As an attorney, he presents his case with detail and confidence, making the incredible seem plausible. His professional background lends credibility, encouraging listeners to suspend disbelief and consider the possibility that his story could be true. His calm, logical delivery invites us to ask, what if it's true? The way he tells his story makes us question our own assumptions and wonder about the limits of our knowledge. Ultimately, Basiago's tale endures because it speaks to our deepest hopes and fears, of hidden powers, lost futures, and the possibility that reality is stranger than fiction. These stories remind us that the world is full of unanswered questions, and that sometimes the search for truth is just as important as the answers themselves. Whether fact or fantasy, it's a modern myth that challenges us to question everything. The unexplained keeps us searching, always hungry for the next clue or revelation. Even in an age of science, we're still captivated by stories that promise to reveal the universe's ultimate secrets. Our fascination with the unknown is timeless, reminding us that wonder and curiosity are at the heart of what it means to be human.